my friends, how you doing today? I am doing well. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Um, I got stuff in the mail. I got stuff in the mail. I got a couple things. I got one from Amazon and one special one. One special one. Should I start with the Amazon? Should I start with the special? I'll start with the Amazon one, and then I'll finish my story with the special one. Now the Amazon one, I done cracked open. Okay, because I had the little peel tab thing there, and I was confused because of the way it felt. So I was like, okay. First of all, I don't know if this is a letdown or this is a plus or whatever, but this is the brand new U2 Songs of Surrender, 40 new acoustic and reimagined recordings from the U2 catalog, produced and compiled by The Edge, including With or Without You, Beautiful Day, and One 4 CD limited edition numbered collection. Now I'm going to show you. Now it is numbered on the back, but this is very small. I was expecting this, because this was like 40 something dollars. I was expecting this to be a big box set. I was expecting this to be like the size of all the normal U2 box sets, and this is literally the same size as a. Let me see what I got over here. I got one over here. A CD. It's the same size as pretty much the same size as a CD, and I was like, 40 something dollars. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? I don't know. I've not opened it yet. I will open it. I want to tell you why I'll open it. I had some people say, well, listen, you buy this stuff, you don't even open it, whatever. This one I will open, I will download, because I love acoustic covers of their like group's favorite songs. You know what I mean? Like this is good. I mean, it's got has one where the streets have no names, Beautiful Day, Every Breaking Wave. So it's got some of the newest stuff. And I gotta tell you something right now. So you old U2 fans, some of the newest stuff is just as good, if not better, than the older stuff. Now some groups, they can't pull it off. Some groups they were good back in the day, and then as the newer albums keep going out, keep coming out, they start to like deplenish. The quality of music is kind of starts sucking. But I still buy it because that's who I am. I'm that guy that just keeps buying and buying and buying no matter what. But their newer stuff just starts sucking, and you're like, why? Why am I still buying this guy when they're not even putting any thought into their music anymore? Where U2 isn't that way. For some reason, U2's albums, like, they've had a couple of stinkers in my opinion, that like their older albums were great, and then they had a span where things kind of went a little weird, okay, and then things started getting really good, and then they got a little lower, and then all of a sudden they hit really really hard. So they've had, like, it's kind of like a hot beat monitor, you know what I mean? They go up and down, up and down. But this one, the fact that it had all acoustic and reimagined and whatever stuff of the stuff I already loved and knew, I had to get it, okay? Because I love me some acoustic music to begin with, okay? That to me, that's the most. Live acoustic music is very relaxing, okay? It makes me feel very relaxed, and it makes me feel very comfortable, especially if it's live acoustic music that of lyrics and stuff that I know. So also on here we have, so it has Every Breaking Wave, which is actually from one of the newer albums. Walk On, which is from one of the newer albums. Pride in the Name of Love, which is from U2 Rattle and Hum. See, I know my U2. I know my you. What do you think? I got a couple people say, "Oh, you're just a novice. You don't know." Listen, I know my U2. Okay, because I went to go see Rattle and Hum in the movie theater, and I was very confused. Rattle and Hum, the movie, was kind of like watching MTV, but you couldn't change the channel. Okay, I paid my $5 to get into the movie theater, and I sat there through the whole movie, and I was like, this was like this was like a 2 hour long music video. That's what this was. It was very confusing to me back when I was younger. Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horse? Get out of your own way. I'm stuck in a moment, and you can't get out of it. Ordinary Love. Let me see. I'm kind of skipping over a few of them, but I'm hitting you with the ones that are like Vertigo. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. The Fly. Let me see. Desire. Until the End of the World. Let me see. All I Want Is You. Love that song. I want to say that was on. All I Want Is You was on the soundtrack. Was it on the soundtrack of Reality Bites? I might be wrong. I might be right. I'm not sure. With or Without You. Stay Far or Close. Sunday Bloody Sunday. I Will Follow You. Two Hearts Miracle. The Little Things That Give You Away, and 40. I don't know. Okay, so I gave you most. I gave you most of the ones that I knew off the top of my head. Some of them, once I hear them, they're probably gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna be like, yep, that's from that album. That's from this album. But yeah, as long as it has a with or without you on here, and a where streets have no name, and a one on here, and stuck in a moment. Hey, who doesn't love that song? Who doesn't love that stuck in a moment song? What a great song. But I'm not too big on the size of the box set. Okay, I think that for $40, it should have been one of them big super deluxe something with yeah, and we do get four discs here. No Blu-ray, right? No Blu-ray and no CD. It's all CD. All CD. Strange. Yeah, CD. Um Excited but confused, and I will tell you that Amazon thanks to their shoddy packaging here, yeah, the corner of it is bedinged, and that's make me very happy. But we have a box in here, which this is probably why. So they put that in here with this, which ended up crushing that. Okay, which was kind of a letdown. This one's a mystery. This one's a mystery. I do know what it is. This is a Genesis album, and the only reason why I know it's a Genesis album is because it says right on the cover here, uh, BBC Genesis BBC broadcast. So this was another one that was supposed to be a super duper deluxe box set. And look at the size of this thing. Does that look super duper deluxe to you? I mean, it doesn't seem very super duper deluxe to me. But I am a Genesis, Phil Collins, Peter Gabriel fan. And this is in fact a box set. It is a box set, a kind of smaller box set. This is it right here, and this is Genesis BBC broadcasts. What do we got? Now, I didn't do any research on this because, like I said, I'm one of those guys that anything Genesis, anything Phil Collins, anything Peter Gabriel, I'm gonna buy it. Anything Mike and Mechanics, okay? Mike Rutherford, I'm gonna buy it, okay? Which I have. I own everything by Mike and Mechanics. I own everything by Genesis. I own everything by Phil Collins and by Peter Gabriel. But what do we have? What do we have on here? Do we have songs we know? 52 track, 5 CDs featuring the group's work recording by the BBC between 1970 and 1998. So that means we are going to get some hits that I know. Well, I mean, I got all that stuff anyway, but I do know some of the 1978 stuff, some of the older stuff, the 1970s stuff. But it's, you know, like I said, some of them they progressively got better. Some of them were better at the beginning. To me, Genesis was a better after. Okay, so hey, listen, you Peter Gabriel fans, don't beat me up over this thing, but I preferred me some Genesis with Phil Collins as the lead singer over Peter Gabriel as the lead singer. I think Peter Gabriel is a lot better solo artist. I think he made a lot. I just think his creative freedom as a solo artist was killer. Okay, I think the stuff that he came up with for all of his albums were great. I can't think of a bad Peter Gabriel solo album where when Phil Collins took over as lead singer in Genesis, it just gave Genesis this whole new sound, whole new feeling, and it was more poppy. Okay, it was more played on the radio. You didn't hear a lot of the Genesis stuff when Peter Gabriel was a lead singer on the radio, mainstream stuff. As far as I know, I didn't. Okay, but let's see what if any of this stuff's gonna pop out. That's gonna hit me in my head here. New notes written by Michael Mann contains favorites such as the carpet crawler, no son of mine, turn it on again, many previous unreleased tracks, selections from John Peel's Snow, both the group's New Earth performances, as well as their much loved 1980 show at London something, and their triumphant sellout run of show at Wembley Stadium, so which is kind of cool because that means we get some I love me some live stuff. Okay, so let's just kind of check this thing out here. So the CD one is pretty much all 70s stuff, and it seems like a lot of just like one songs. We got 11 tracks on the first CD, which is not that exciting. I'm not seeing anything that I'm like, yeah, nope. Okay, so CD2 we have Newborn 1978, okay, which we have 5 songs from that show, and then one from I know I'm butchering all the names of these concerts and these places. Lucium, okay, Lucium. Am I saying that right? 1980. So you got to figure that should have some other stuff that we know on there. But turn it on again. Duke's End, Duchess, Behind the Lines, Carpet Crawlers. Okay. I'm still not really excited yet. I'll tell you, be perfectly honest with you. CD number 3, which is a continuation of that concert, uh, has Lady Ripples, wow, Raven, Follow You, Follow Me. That's a good one. I Know What I Like in Your Wardrobe. That's a good one too. That one, if I remember correctly, wasn't that? I think that was like one of those ones once Phil Collins first took over for uh, for Genesis, unless that was still a Peter Gabriel hit. And then we got last 2 tracks from Wembley, Mama and Domino. Well, I like the song Mama. And then CD number 4 is also from Wembley, and it has That's All, Throwing It All Away, Second Home by the Sea, Invisible Touch, Drum Duet. I love me some Phil Collins drum duets, by the way. Because if you know Genesis or you know Phil Collins is the drummer, okay. And every single one of the Genesis concerts that he would do, or he would do a solo concert when he did the Phil Collins concert, he would always have his own drummer. And Genesis would have their own drummer also, but he would always bring in a second drum kit, and he would play almost like a dueling drum, like he'd play drums, and then the regular drummer would play drums against them, and then they would always try to one up each other, and it became this big. Hey, I used to love watching some Phil Collins Genesis drum duels. So that's kind of cool. It's on there, and then they put a Germany sticker over here, which I hope they didn't cover anything. But CD number 5 has No Son of Mine, Drawing the Last Spike, Old Medley, Hold On to My Heart, and I Can't Dance. The only thing that I question about this is if you look at the back of the track listing, could they have stuck these all on like a couple of CDs? Did they? I mean, did they spread these songs out onto multiple, like 5 discs, just so they could say, okay, this is a 5 disc set? I have a strange fit because I own some Genesis concerts that are like maybe like 10 songs or 12 songs on one disc and like 12 songs on the other disc, and it's like that's one concert. And to me, I don't know, when they're sticking like 11 songs on one disc and then 5 songs on another disc. I mean, there's got to be one heck of an instrumental in between all of this. I mean, if you're a Genesis fan, thank you. Hey, thank you for still hanging in there. You may comment away, but yeah, does that make any sense to you? I can see like maybe the drum solo thing being long and drawn out, whatever. But even that, there's actually 10 tracks on that one with the drum duet, and but then you have another one over here that's 9 songs, 5 songs. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little confused. I think they may have done that just so I can be like, yeah, I'm getting a deal here. I'm getting a live BBC broadcast of Genesis, and I think they spread it out. I think they probably could have. I'm not big on compression, but I think they could have probably comprised all of the stuff onto maybe 4 discs, or maybe even possibly a 3 disc set. And I mean, the box is cool. It's about, is it about Blu-ray size? Let me see. Let me grab something over here. Is it Blu-ray size? Not smaller than Blu-ray size. So that means it's gonna be like DVD size. I don't have any DVDs popping off over here. Wait a minute. Yes, I do. Hang on. Yeah, this is my 90210 box that I haven't put away since one of the last videos. Yeah, it's the same size as a DVD. That's what it is. So this is probably where I'm going to put it. It's probably with my DVDs. Does it come with a DVD? Oh, all CDs. All CDs. Not one DVD. You know, they couldn't, even that, like it's a BBC. This also came out from Rhino home recording. So, I mean, you figure that would have, they could have threw a DVD in there. Could have threw a DVD or a Blu-ray or a 4K or some kind of concert film. Now, this is my final thing that came from Sam Ray, and I want to thank Sam Ray for this because this is something that I've been trying to get my hands on for literally years. Okay, years. Originally, I saw it at a local Newbury Comics, and they wanted like $30 for it, and I was like, no, not gonna happen. It's an Arrow video release, and I said no to it. And then I was kicking myself for it for the longest time. And it is a copy of John Cleese, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Kline, and Michael Palin in A Fish Called Wanda, the Arrow video release with all of that stuff. Look at all that. Look at that. Look at all, tons of special features. Look at this brand new 4K restoration from the original negatives. It's got interviews with Michael Palin and John Cleese. It's got on location documentaries. It's got brand new interviews. It's got a message from John Cleese. It's got trivia tracks, theatrical trailers, reversible sleeves. It's an Arrow Video. Okay, and I passed up on it, and now it's going crazy prices, So this has always been in my save cart for about 2 years now, and whenever a new one comes up for sale, then I get notified by by eBay telling me that the new one came up, and there was a guy selling this thing. He wanted $25 or best offer. It was $25 auction or best offer. Okay, so what he was actually looking for was he was gonna start the bid at $25, and he was gonna see if he can get the $100 that this thing is going for now, or the $90 it's going for now, or the $120 that it's going for now. It goes for like it fluctuates in prices, but I was like, no, I can't afford that. I mean, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to afford that. It's not one of my favorite movies in the world, but I am a big Monty Python fan, and this has two of the Pythons in it, and I was like, I gotta add this to my collection. Plus, it's kind of tough to get with the slipcase, and what's kind of cool about it is it does have if you open this thing up inside, as always, with Arrow Video there, you get a cool little booklet there, Fish Called Wanda booklet, which I haven't even opened up or looked at yet here. So let me give a little gander here. And this was like one of my like Jamie Lee Curtis like favorite movies. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, like because I mean, if I went to the video store and I saw this cover, okay, I was like, I gotta rent you because there's Jamie Lee right there sitting down there, and there's some of my favorite Pythons right behind her, and so what happened was I messaged the guy, and so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes you find some good eBay sellers that are just willing to work with you, and like I said, he was starting the bid at $25, best offer. So I know what this thing's worth. I know it's worth like $100, and I know that if he would have left this on there, he probably would have got close to $90 to $100 for it. But I figured I'd give it a shot. I sent him an offer. I said, listen, I sent him an offer for $30, okay? Because I figured that's what this thing was going for back in the day. Now you flippers out there, your heads are probably gonna explode. Your head's probably exploding. You're probably like, how dare you? How dare you offer the man the price of what he actually paid for it? How is he gonna make any money off of that? Well, the deal is that this movie's been around for a while. He's probably had this in his collection for a while. This was from his personal collection. This guy was also not a flipper. Okay, he was just a regular collector who was kind of freeing up some of his collection, according to him. As we said, I need to make some room for my collection. I'm freeing up some of my stuff, and he had bought, I guess, the inferior copy of A Fish Called Wanda. So I was like, okay, well, so I sent him the offer of $30, and then it was like $3 for shipping. And I figured, okay, I'm going to pay exactly what he paid back in the day. I'm going to pay what I would have paid if I would have walked to Newberry Comics 2 years ago and bought it off the shelf. I'm going to buy it. He might have got it less than that. He might have got it on some kind of sale. So there might have been some kind of Barnes & Noble sale that he got it on or whatever, and it was half price. I don't know what his story was, but I figured I'd give it a shot. So I sent him the offer for $30 plus $3 for shipping. And after I sent him the offer, I sent him a message. And in the message, I said, listen, I want to let you know flat out, I sent you an offer for 30. I said, that's what I can financially afford. I am not a flipper. Okay. I am a collector. Okay. I adore this movie. I'm a big fan of the movie. Okay. I'm a big fan of Monty Python. I said, this is for my own personal collection. I said, I promise you, I am not buying this to sell it. Okay, because that's pretty much what the people on eBay are buying. They're buying this thing right now. If this guy would have sold this thing to another person that was not me for $30, they would have sold it on their Instagram shop for like $110 or $100 or whatever, and they would have been just giggling away right to their Venmo account. Okay, but not me. Now this I was legitimately honest with the guy. I was like, listen, I have Fierce Creatures, which is part 2. Okay, and I want to put it on, which actually I have Fierce Creatures on DVD, which after the guy gave me the green light on this thing, I ordered Fierce Creatures, which will be probably coming in the mail within the next couple of weeks, on Blu-ray to upgrade it, because I gotta put the Blu-ray Fierce Creatures on the side of the Fish Called Wanda Blu-ray. And the guy messaged me back. This is straight up. This is what it said. I told him, I said, listen, I'm a preschool teacher. I don't make a lot of money. This is for my own personal collection. I've been trying to get this movie for about 2 years now. I saw it originally at Newberry Comics, and I told myself I'm a fan. I'm a Monty Python fan. I started naming characters. I started naming people. I started naming So he knew that I wasn't joking around. I wasn't like one of these people. I was just trying to take advantage of him, like one of those no good flippers would do. They just try to scam him out of his copy of Fish Called Wanda so I could sell it for $100 or put it on there for $90 or whatever and see what I could get for it, because that's what they're going for. Go, if you mark my words, you go on for 2 years I've been hunting this thing for 2 years. Okay, and so if you go on eBay right now, you're gonna see these things on there, and they fluctuate from 50. I don't want to over exaggerate. $50 up. Okay, but that's $50 bid up. You know what I mean? So they're not gonna go for $50. They're gonna go for $60. They're gonna go for $70. And if you want to buy it outright, then you're gonna spend $100, if not more. So the guy, straight up, after this two paragraph long story of my life, okay, his response was deal. He took my offer. I thanked him profusely, and I said if it comes in perfect condition, which it did, you will be getting your positive feedback right away. And now that this video is done, that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go give him his positive feedback. I'm gonna give him his dues, because I'm completely satisfied. If you have not seen A Fish Called Wanda, I personally haven't seen it in years either. Okay, this is one of those that I did not own on DVD. I own Fierce Creatures on DVD. I don't know why. I never bought Fish Called Wanda on DVD. But I used to have it on VHS. And if I remember correctly, the funniest part of this whole movie is Michael Palin just keeps hurting himself through the whole movie. That's what I remember. John Cleese is kind of he's kind of a, when he's not with the Pythons, he's kind of a odd watch. You know what I mean? He could be funny, but sometimes he could be kind of like, he's John Cleese. He's the more stern, less comedic Python, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? He even if you go back to the Monty Python, I mean, he did the Minister of Silly Walks and stuff like that. All that I mean, it had its stuff there, but Terry Gilliam and Michael Palin and the main guys, those I mean, they were all the main guys. Those were the guys that sold it. I don't know. I loved it. Anyway, with that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you later.
You should have saved me some.